Are you a veteran thinking of purchasing a home and wanting to use your VA benefits? We're going to tell you all about those benefits. Hi everyone, I'm Maria Nager with Mahar & Associates Tampa Team TLC. We are here in Florida, and if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to talk about VA purchasing and the benefits of that, and I have with me here today Richard Martino from America's Mortgage Professionals. So, let's get to it. Richard, what can you tell us first of all? What's important? What could you point out about VA benefits?
Well, there's many benefits for VA buyers. First is 100% financing. That's the biggest thing. You could buy a VA home with a VA home loan with 100% financing. That's zero down payment, zero out of pocket if we could get the seller to pay all the closing costs.
Exactly. That's wonderful because a lot of people don't have money, first of all, to come up with the down payment and the closing costs. But if you're a veteran, which we greatly appreciate your service in this country, we want to thank you for that. And you do deserve to use those benefits. So financing 100% is huge. There's a lot of other things that go along with the financing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can have the seller can pay all of the closing costs. The seller could even pay some of the veteran's debt off at closing if they need that to qualify.
That's a huge one. We want to talk about that for 1 second. So what do you mean by that?
So let's say the veteran has a credit card with, let's just say, a $5,000 balance, and their payment on that is $200 a month. And that's the make or break for the veteran to qualify for the home loan. Well, we could ask the seller for a concession to pay that $5,000 credit card off at closing, and the VA will allow us to do that.
Which is huge. We really like that one. The other thing is big is there's no loan limit, right?
No loan limit. So let's say you're a veteran that's in a excellent financial situation and you're looking to buy a $3 million house, for example. You could buy a $3 million house with zero out of pocket as long as you have your full entitlement.
That's amazing. And we've also got other things that are involved in that with your DTI and credit score?
Yeah, so now we're talking about qualification for the veteran. So you could have a credit score that's in the 500s and you can still qualify for a VA home loan. You could have a higher debt to income ratio. In fact, the VA allows higher debt ratios than any other loan program that's out there right now.
Which is huge.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing is with the underwriting, you have more make sense conversations and decision making, right? So there's more flexibility.
So you could get exceptions from the underwriter and actually directly from the VA as well on certain situations if you're not qualifying or if you're not meeting the certain guidelines. So there's a lot of different things that you could do and work with the underwriter to get exceptions on.
And the other thing is, big one is disabled versus non-disabled. There's some benefits that come along with that. And
yeah, so if you're a disabled veteran, first off, thank you for your service. And what you can do with a disabled veteran, as long as you have at least 10% disability, you're exempt from the funding fee. So the funding fee is a fee that the VA charges to use the VA loan, but it's financed into the loan. So if you're a non-disabled veteran, it's not an additional cost that's out of your pocket. It's financed back into the loan. But if you're disabled, you're exempt from that entirely. And if you're a 100% disabled veteran, you're exempt from your property taxes as well.
That's a huge one because that really makes a big difference. I mean, you could be in a $6,000 property tax bracket, and that can make a tremendous effect on your monthly payment. So being a VA, you don't have to pay that, like Richard said, if you're 100%. And even if you're not 100%, there's still some credits that would come along with that as well. Lastly, which is a big question that people sometimes have, is they have, which I also thought for a while, that you can only own one property that is financed through VA. And that's a false.
Very common misconception. We hear that all the time, even from active duty military that I talk to on a daily basis. A lot of veterans think that you can only use your VA benefits one time for your whole life.
For whole life, yeah.
Which is very untrue. You could actually use your VA benefits over and over again, and you could actually have multiple VA loans out at one time. You have to look at your entitlement, which is on your certificate of eligibility, and it's really dependent on the county loan limit, and there's certain formula that you could do, but many times you could actually purchase 2 VA home loans, and you could do 100% financing on both of them.
And what's also fantastic is this can help you build your real estate portfolio. And by doing that, like you can purchase a duplex.
Yep, a duplex or even a quadplex. So you could purchase a 4-unit property with zero money out of pocket as long as you're going to occupy one of those units. And you can even use the rent from the other 3 units in that example to help you qualify for the mortgage.
That's fantastic. I mean, a lot of people don't realize the benefits that the VA have, and it's tremendous in helping them in purchasing a home. So we really hope that you found this video interesting, informative. If you have any questions, please don't forget to point those below or put those down below. And of course, we always have to ask, if you enjoyed this video too, please subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up and click the little bell, and you will get notified of future videos. Thanks again, people. We appreciate you. Ciao for now.